So in today's video, I thought it'd be fun to experiment making collage papers using rubbing alcohol. So this is like an experiment for me. I've never done it. I know you can do it. It's all about how much water you use when you do it. So grab your stuff and experiment with me. All right, so I got some black cardstock, some white copy paper. I want some, for the abstract I'm doing, I want some black and white pieces. But instead of jelly printing today, I thought it'd be fun to play with some alcohol. Let's use some rubbing alcohol. This is 70%, but it doesn't really matter. I got my Mars Black. And again, I didn't clean my plate because I'm going to peel that off and use that in a collage too. And my white. And the key is really, you want nice wet paint. Because you want it quite wet so your alcohol can work. So first I'll start with the black one that I'm doing. And you just want to paint your paper all black. Or whatever color you want to use. Because the alcohol is going to do our design. And remember, you want it quite wet. Because you need it wet for the alcohol to work. So I'm just going to add a little more water and we'll see if this works. So I'm just going to take some rubbing alcohol and just kind of sprinkle it over. And hopefully, oh, it's doing its magic. Oops, ripped my paper. I probably should have got white cardstock out to do this on. But we'll let that do its thing here. I'm going to kind of try to move it. It's very wet. Okay, so I'm not so sure I like it with the paper. But now I'm going to try it with the cardstock. Cardstock and white paint. And again, you want it quite wet. I don't exactly like how this one's turning out. Maybe that just, you have to have the right amount of water. Gotta get it the right wetness. And I may have got that too wet. I don't know. I've only done this a couple of times and sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. But it's a good way to find out if you got cuts on your hand. You just take your rubbing alcohol and put it in your hand and kind of sprinkle it over your paper. Oh yes, this one's working much better. I may have had the other one too wet. But see, you get these neat little designs. So I'm gonna move this one, set it somewhere to dry. Just set it over here on my tote here. And we'll try it again with a piece of copy paper. Maybe not so wet this time. Maybe I just need to use cardstock. But I like the effect I'm getting on the black. The black is coming out nice. And you just give it its time to work. So I think it works better on cardstock, or at least for me it does. So this one's not so wet, so we'll try it here, but it's probably not going to work. I don't have much faith that this is going to do much of it. Oh, it is working. See, I just had it too wet, the other one. But see, you just sprinkle your... and you get that neat little watermarks. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside to dry. And I'm going to bring in another piece of cardstock. Put my brush in the water upside down. Okay, and so what if we wet the paper first? Let's try that. We're experimenting. But see, I think the cardstock works better because it's more durable. It's heavier. Okay, see, this one's not as wet, so let's give this a try. Get that a couple minutes to do its thing. And yeah, it definitely is working. So yeah, cardstock's definitely the route to go. So let's move my paper out of the way here. Just throw that on the floor. Let it dry there. I'm gonna come in and wipe my little area here because it's all wet. Yep, I like it when you wet it first. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my white paint again. Oh, I like that. That's coming out so nice. Okay, let me see if I can grab some, give me a second here. I'll grab some white cardstock. I'm sure I got white cardstock in my bin here. Okay, I got a piece of white cardstock. All right, I'm gonna set this one aside to dry. Okay. And I didn't do this one as wet, so we'll see how this one turns out. It might not. Let me get a little water. So we'll see how this goes. We're just experimenting with different amounts of water. Again, I just dampened my brush a little. Because I know you gotta have enough water to make the alcohol have paint to move around. It's gotta be wet enough to move it. So this one's a little drier, so we'll see, but I don't think this one's gonna work. But if not, we'll just jelly print it later. And again, I'm just going over with a little water, not a lot. See, this one's much drier, so we'll test it. Oh, it's doing a little something, but not as well. It don't move as much paint. But we'll go for it. Yeah, you definitely need more water. Let's see what happens if we spritz it with some water. Not a lot. Well, let's put more paint on it. See if we're just playing, so we'll find out what we're doing. Again, I'm just experimenting to see if I can get this to work. in different ways, but so far, no, it has to be quite wet to get it to move that paint. This is making some subtle differences. I don't think you can really see it on camera. So yeah, that was a bust. But let me see if I got more white cardstock down here. Here, let's try the little cardstock. Because that one didn't work out so good. That one was a bust. Okay, so we now know you really have to have it good and wet. So we're gonna put down our water first. I think that method worked the best. And lay down a layer of paint. Take your alcohol in your hand. You might want to wear gloves. Oh, that one came out nice. Yeah, the wetter it is, I'm going to try adding more to this and see if... Nope, this is dried too much, see, so it don't do much once it's... The amount of water is what really gets your paint moving. So now we know we really need wet, really wet papers. It's got to be really wet. So let's wet our paper. Get it nice and wet. I got to get some more of my black down here. Where did I set my black? So unorganized. Okay, let's use the Payne's Gray. Why not? It's here. Little different look. And we're going to sprinkle. And see, you can see when you have enough. When it's wet enough, you instantly see your marks being made. You get your results real quick. So on this one, I'm just gonna wet it. Look at our Payne's Gray. All right, let's see if this one's wet enough. Again, just experimenting and having fun. Oh yeah, we're getting some results here. You could take a little dropper. That would work good too. Probably better than your hand. It will tell you where all your cuts are. But yeah, so we got some interesting things going here. Let's move that one out of the way and come in. This time, we'll start by spritzing our paper. We're just going to spritz it with some water. I just spritzed it with some water. And I'm going to come in with some, let's try some primary red. I know I was doing black and white because that's what color I wanted for my collage, but I'm like, now I'm just having fun with it. Seeing what we get. Oh yeah, see, I like it in red too. I don't know if the camera's here. Let me hold it up closer. See, you get these cool little watermarks. Makes for interesting papers. I think I'm gonna do another one. I kind of liked it when I spritzed it. So I'm just lightly misting the paper. Just lightly spraying it. And then I'm coming in with my red, and I'm just throwing down a coat of red. And then you can go over it. When it's dry, you can go over it with another layer and do the whole process again with like a lighter shade. Maybe we'll do that. We'll have a video where I come back in and go over these again with a lighter shade so you can see, because it's going to take a while for them to dry because they're very wet. But all right, this concludes my quick little experiment. So hope you tune in for the next one. Hope you have a nice day. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that was very repetitious to say.